Welcome to another edition of On the Go. Today we got we packed it here today, bro. We like the Houston Rodeo. We packed it here like a can of sardines. You dig what I'm saying? We got Big Debo in the building. We got Glock Lesnar in the building, as also known as Ian Mid Rappaport. And we got the whole OTG gang in. E is on. He's driving right now, so you can't see his camera up, but we do have his succulent voice on the stage with us. So
yes, Lord.
Whoa.
Yeah. I mean, this nigga get pulled over by the police. We're gonna get live play by play. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully he gonna be safe.
Right.
Oh. Thanks, bro. So guys, we got a lot to get into today. A lot, okay. And if you join us on Facebook and also YouTube, please remember to smash that like button and comment and interact with us because we got a lot going on. So we're gonna get to our first topic today. I just gotta keep it real. There's an ode to the Falcons, right? And it's only gonna be done by the right person. Big Debo, what you got to talk about with your Falcons?
Because I feel like this is some shit, bro. Falcons is fucking playing with my emotions, dog, and I'm sick of this shit. This has been 40 years, and I'm fucking with me, dog, and I feel like I done been through enough, Lord. When is gonna be my time, Lord? When is gonna be my time? Because why are you fucking with me? This is an abusive relationship, and I gotta get out. I gotta be done. I'm looking for a new fan base because I can't do it. I'm sick of talking to fans on Twitter. Everybody's a fucking GM on Twitter, including myself, and they think they know what need to be done. And it's really just a couple things that need to be done. But Falcons ain't gonna do the right thing. They just don't want to do the right thing. I don't understand, bro. So it shit seems so easy.
Let me ask you this: What is it that the Falcons need to do to please you?
To please me? Yeah. They need to get a quarterback that is sufficient enough that can run the offense, make a couple of downfield throws, and not pay overboard for this motherfucker. Like, they love giving out money, and I get it. A lot of people say Kirk Cousins is the way to go. I'm fine with Kirk Cousins. I think Kirk Cousins, if we had Kirk Cousins last year, we a fucking playoff team for sure. Maybe win a fucking home playoff game. Who knows? But I also know Kirk Cousins going to cost $100 million. For like 2 years, maybe 3. Like, he wants guaranteed money. I don't want to pay him guaranteed money, and he's 36 years old coming off an Achilles injury. I don't want to do that, bro. That's crazy to me. You just got out of cap hell with Matt Ryan for the same fucking reasons. So why you want to go back into it? Because if you get Kirk Cousins right now, you can't do anything else. We need pass rush. We need a couple more receivers. We need another cornerback. Like, we need pieces that right now could help us win our division. But if you give all the money to Kirk Cousins, that's it. That's it. So, like, either that, so then you look at moving up in the draft. From what I'm seeing, especially what I saw yesterday, there's only 3 quarterbacks that might be worth moving up for. I'm not saying I'm taking J.J. McCarthy, missing a target face ass at number 8. I don't know if y'all saw his fucking combine yesterday. That shit was ass, bro.
That shit proved Jimmy right, okay? I'm just saying.
That nigga is not it, bro. Penix, I'm cool with him too, but that injury history scared me just like it scared everybody else, bro. And so he ain't worth number 8, dog. And we're not gonna talk about Bo Nix. Fuck that nigga. So you looking at Drake May or Jayden Daniels or fucking Caleb Williams. You're not gonna get Caleb. He going number 1. You're probably not gonna get motherfucking Jayden Daniels, even though I feel like he the perfect quarterback for our system. So then you want to go up for Drake May, and it looked like the Patriots ain't trading out of number 3. So then what you gonna do? What you gonna give up for Drake May? You gonna give up 2, 3 first? I'm not doing it. He ain't that good to me. I done looked at him for 2, 3 years up here at Carolina. He ain't good enough to give up 3 fucking first round picks for. So then you sitting here at 8. You might as well take another free agent. And who's the free agent that's gonna come in and run your offense? The only free agent out there is Russell Wilson. I'll take Russell Wilson. Cool. But then what you gonna do in 2 years? You only gonna get him for 2 years, and you still ain't solved the fucking long-term problem of having a quarterback. So what you gonna do?
I'll tell you what.
Go ahead and get Justin Fields. Bring him down here. You could get Justin Fields for a second, maybe even a 3rd round pick, a 3rd and a 4th. Mm-hmm. That's worth it to me for Justin Fields because he's young enough that he can still improve, and you can still get him for pretty cheap for the next 2 years. And then at number 8, you take fucking Dallas Turner. We need a fucking pass rush like ain't nobody's business, dog. We done skipped this position 4 straight years, bro. We can't keep not drafting a pass rusher, and they keep falling in our laps at number 8, bro. You got to get a pass rush, dog. So go ahead and get Dallas Turner. That nigga speed was crazy yesterday at the comp, or was it Friday? I think they ran Friday, but his speed is crazy. He's got good hand moves. He ain't got a lot of moves, but he got enough. He got a lot of length, and he could bend, and that's what you need on the edge, bro. I feel like we get Dallas Turner at 8. You could pick up another receiver at the 3rd round or the 4th round, and then take fucking Justin Fields. Like it's a simple process, but like they want to flirt. It's so many fucking reports. 1 minute is, oh, we're interested in fucking Kirk Cousins, and then it's, oh, where the deal is done with Chicago. Fucking make y'all mind up so we can be at ease over here, because half the fan base is fighting on Twitter every day. I'm fighting for my fucking life in these comments, dog. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the Falcons. I'm sick of them.
Bet. So, Glock Lesnar, I want to bring you to the stage. What can the Falcons do to have the smoothest transition into getting a quarterback and pretty much righting the ship on their franchise? Because they've been down the dump since since Matt Ryan started declining.
Yeah, I mean, like Debo said, it's Kirk Cousins and Russ only put a Band-Aid on a bullet wound. You're only gonna have them 1-2 years. The next looking at the next 2 NFL drafts, it's like for QB talent, it's like it's as weak as that division is, it sucks for them because they do need an edge rusher. That's a position they've neglected for a long time. I can't even tell you, the last good edge rusher they've actually had to get over, double-digit sacks. I mean,
Wasn't
that's like I don't. Debo would know before me.
No, the last edge rusher we had that got over double-digit sacks was Vic Beasley. He had 15
Beasley.
sacks.
Wow.
That was like 2016.
Yeah, that was 2016. Golly.
Yeah.
It's been a while, man.
That man in the UFL right now.
Yeah.
So
that's
what I'm saying. Like they drafted Arnold Ebiketie like 2 years ago. He ain't hit yet. Or 3 years ago, he ain't hit yet. They selected a motherfucker last year that was pretty decent this year, but I mean he's new. He probably get there. But like we haven't gotten a real true bona fide edge rusher. And I'm not saying that you can't go get one in free agency, because personally I like Danielle Hunter. Like
that's exactly what I was gonna say.
You go get Danielle Hunter in free agency, I'm okay with it. You know what I'm saying? Because you got money to spend, but you're not gonna be able to go get him if you go get Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, and that's the thing, man. Kurt is gonna be 2 years, 75 million, 35 mil guaranteed off the top. Russ, you could be like, hey, look, you ain't been good in 3 years. 2 years, 50 mil, 20 mil guaranteed is the best we can do for you. But like I said, it still puts them, it still narrows their Super Bowl window, because yes, they don't have an elite quarterback, but they still have so many other needs, like we've already touched on. They need an edge. The O-line is solid for now.
We still need a left tackle because Jake Matthews getting old.
Yeah. Jake Matthews is getting old. Jeff Okudah sucks. He sucks. So you're gonna need a cornerback. It's a lot of holes. I mean, and
AJ due for an extension too.
Yeah, and here's go ahead, Jim.
This is why I fuck with my neighbor, bro. Said Falcons gonna end up with Rattler. Just seems like an Atlanta move.
That does seem
and
like.
You know what? And you know what? And that'll be my last. That'll be my 13th reason. I swear on everything I love in America, bro. Y'all gonna see me on the news because I'll be done fucking kill myself, dog. If they draft that motherfucker, I fucking rather listen. I'm a Tennessee fan, and I think Joe Milton is not a good quarterback. I'd rather see Joe Milton as a fucking Falcon than fucking Spencer Rattler. Ain't no motherfucking way.
Hey, he climbing up draft boards too, bro. He climbing up draft boards. It's the only thing.
He can toss that motherfucker. I ain't gonna hold you. He can toss that motherfucker.
And pretty soon, you're gonna, if Kyle Pitts doesn't do anything this year this upcoming season like he did last year, I mean, you picking up his 5th-year option? Probably not.
Biggest bust. I promise y'all, that's the biggest bust I've seen since fucking Tack McKinley. He the biggest bust. I get it. He ain't had he had 1,000 yards that first year, but he got injured that second year. But like, I just don't see the effort, bro. Like watching Falcons games, Kyle Pitts don't really give effort. He take plays off, and like when you playing in the NFL,
you can't take plays off.
And when you play in the NBA, you could take a play off on defense every now and again, right? Because you're on the court constantly, and we understand that. But to take a play off in the NFL, that's fucking trash. Nigga, go to the sideline if you tired, bro. If you huff and win, like you don't take a playoff on the field in the NFL because you on the sideline. You only play one side of the fucking ball. So like I've seen Kyle Pitts not reach out for a fucking yes, it's March 16. We talking about the Falcons. I'm on this motherfucker. Enjoy this shit. I've seen that nigga not reach out for a pass. I've seen him like sloppily block. Like Kyle Pitts is not interested in that shit. And like I get people say you haven't unlocked him. Well, at some point, when the player gonna do what he's supposed to do? But again, this is why you don't take a tight end 4th overall. Had you drafted Justin Fields that same fucking draft, we wouldn't even be having these issues right now. Period.
That's true. Yeah.
Period. Because you can find a quality tight end anywhere.
Yeah.
You don't need him to be a tight end. Just go ahead and move him to wide receiver 3. Yeah. Put him in the slot forever. Don't let him block no fucking more. I'm over it. This thing stuck my ass, bro. I'm sick of this nigga.
I mean, like you mentioned tight end, and it's just like, look at all the tight ends that went last year, a little later. Like Tucker Kraft, Michael Mayer was making a lot of noise at the end of the year. My personal favorite, he wasn't this year, he was the year before. Jake Ferguson, in the 5th round or something, and he's tight end 1 for Dallas. I mean, Pitts is a tremendous talent, but it's like taking him that high, and when you had a pressing need at QB, it's like setting like it seems like every team that had a future Hall of Fame quarterback, with the exception of the Green Bay, literally shit the bed when that future Hall of Famer left the team. Steelers, Atlanta. Who else?
Saints.
The Patriots.
New Orleans.
the Patriots. The Saints. San Diego. It's like, man, your future Hall of Fame quarterback leaves. Oh my God, what are we gonna do now? You go sign Marcus Mariota. Marcus Mariota sucks. You go, you get Ritter in the 4th or 5th round or whatever it is. He's god awful. It's like, man, and that division is so weak. That division is literally a toss-up. It literally is a toss-up. There is no definitive best team in that division. Everybody's the same.
Shout out to the Bucks for making it work with Baker, though.
Hey.
You got to give credit where it's due.
Yeah, I mean, because
I want to see what they look like next year without Canales. I really want to see what they look like without Canales next year.
And you could ask Ezra, man. I was writing Todd Bowles' death sentence. Like, he need to go. He need to get fired. And they did their thing with Baker on a discounted salary.
Hats off to Baker, because I don't think nobody saw him playing that well.
But man, they was the preseason favorite. They was the number 1 team in the Caleb Williams sweepstakes for a little while. Nobody seen that coming.
Yes,
and the crazy thing about it is, Baker doing what he did this season was the linchpin that got Corrales the job with the Panthers. Even though he had a track record with Russell Wilson, then he had to turn around with Geno Smith. Because when Geno Smith started that first year in Seattle, we were like, hold up, what the hell is this?
Yeah, man.
I agree, but I don't agree. Because I feel like, and no offense, I know you used to be a Carolina Panthers fan. Nobody wanted that job. Like, nobody wants to go work for Tepper. Tepper is the worst boss in the NFL. Nobody. There was no quality like coaching hire that was going to consider going to David Tepper. Like, I don't think so. I think they had to take what they had to take. I don't even think had Bill Belichick interviewed for the job, he would want to take that job because nobody wants to deal with Tepper.
I knew it was bad when they asked Eric Bieniemy if he was interviewing. He said, "No, I'm good."
A nigga who couldn't find a job in the NFL said, "Fuck no, bro. That's crazy."
Yeah,
that's
I,
bad.
That's crazy work, bro.
I think if Tepper really had his way, he would be the head coach as well as the owner.
Facts.
He'd be out there.
That's facts, bro. That's facts.
Fine, I'll
All right.
do it myself.
Well, look, it's time to put this Falcons talk to bed. We just spent the first 15 minutes talking about some dirty birds. We got more important things to get into the show today.
I say this to bookend it. If they go out here and pay Kirk Cousins all that fucking money, I'll buy a Saints jersey and wear that motherfucker the first day of the year, nigga.
And you heard it here
Bookmark it.
first. You heard
Bookmark
it here
it.
first.
Bookmark
Straight up.
that.
Straight
Oh,
up. Because that'll be the most
worry.
that'll be the
Don't worry,
most
you got
R-word
love for
shit
the
they
Boyd
ever
brothers on
did.
here. We got it.
I got you. March 3rd, 6/19
Yeah.
Bookmark it, nigga.
19, baby.
on Sunday.
Yeah. Full moon outside.
That nigga had,
Hot-
that
hot
nigga had a
times.
black t-shirt with a pink brim. Gray hair.
And nigga, I'll be like, who that? All fucking game, nigga.
Bet. For sure. All right, cool. So now we're gonna move into like the bulk of our show. The bulk of our show is gonna be surrounded by oh shit. Oh, there we go. The bulk of the show is gonna be talking about the NFL draft prospects breakdown show. The way it's gonna be set up, we're gonna have quarterbacks, we're gonna tap into running backs, wide receivers, and if there are some defenders out there that y'all want to get into, we can definitely talk about that. But I know majority of the talk is gonna be centered around the offensive players and skill positions. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into these doggone quarterbacks. So Skip Drayless today. I'm sorry, you're Glock Lesnar. My apologies. Glock Lesnar. And also EZ, because I know E wanted to talk about this. Matter of fact, let's go to E first while he's driving.
Yeah.
So E, as far as your quarterbacks for this year's prospects, what you looking like, bro? Give us the breakdown.
Y'all can hear me all right?
Absolutely.
All right. So, I know we were talking earlier this week about Caleb Williams. He's the number one quarterback in this class, okay? Caleb Williams would have went number one last year had he came out.
Mhm.
Like,
yeah.
we gotta chill with the over. We've seen Caleb Williams too much, so we're just trying to nitpick at this point, okay? If he's the number one quarterback in his class, and it's not close, okay? He's in a tier by himself. Let's think about it for a second, okay? Spencer Rattler, I know we were just shitting on him, but 3 years ago, Spencer Rattler was supposed to be the number one pick in the draft. He beat him out at Oklahoma, took his job, transferred to USC, and they went straight back into contention, okay?
Damn.
I'm going to list off some quarterbacks real quick, and we'll talk through the commonality. Kyler Murray, Jalen Hurts, Baker Mayfield. What do they all have in common?
Lincoln
Oklahoma
Riley.
quarterbacks.
Lincoln Riley.
Coached by.
Lincoln Riley.
Lincoln Riley.
All right. They are all starting quarterbacks in this league, and 2 out of 3 of them were number one picks. Now, with that being said, how would Caleb Williams rank out of those other 3 quarterbacks as a prospect?
I'm putting him over Baker.
100%. You're putting him over Kyler, and you're putting him over Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
It ain't close. It's not as far away with him and Jalen, I feel. But I would I would agree.
But
I would
Jalen was a
put him
second
over all
round
of them.
pick.
I agree. I will put him over all of them. I will put him over all of them.
So we're talking about Lincoln Riley, who can't win a national championship, but he can coach the hell out of a quarterback prospect. He's the best prospect that Lincoln Riley's worked with. How can he not be successful?
So I don't think that the argument was that he can't be successful or that he ain't a very, very good quarterback. I don't think that was the argument. The argument to me, and Jimmy, correct me if I'm wrong, is the gap between Caleb and Jayden Daniels isn't as big as the media is making it out to be. I've seen Jayden Daniels fight and face more adversity, and I've seen Caleb Williams quit in several fucking games. Caleb Williams, to me, is a prototypical diva QB that has got a bunch of hype around him for several years, and he think that his shit don't stink. And I've seen this nigga quit. I seen this nigga quit 2 years in a row to the same team, Utah. This nigga cried on the sideline. Not saying that that's against him, but it play better, motherfucker. Play better. Play better.
Yeah.
I also saw him win a Heisman where he wasn't the best quarterback in the nation that year. The only reason he wins the Heisman is because my quarterback from Tennessee gets injured. That's the only reason he won the Heisman.
But
Hendon Hooker was a better quarterback than him in 2022. 2023?
No, I get what you're saying. And had Hendon not got hurt, the Heisman's probably his. But you look at Jayden Daniels, right? Jayden Daniels is gonna be a top 3 pick in this draft. He's a great quarterback. If he goes to the right situation, like it's over with. You could probably argue he might have a better career than Caleb. But it took Jayden Daniels in his year. He's 23 years old. It took him 5 years in college to get to where Caleb's at right now. You get what I'm saying?
I mean, I don't think
Caleb
that the
Williams
age situation is
22.
I don't think that the age situation is that significant of a detriment anymore.
It's not. But you gotta give Caleb Williams credit. He came into the college football and he was good right away. He didn't have to sit. He's an elite prospect, man. And if you go back, there's probably 3 or 4 quarterback prospects since like 2016 that I would put over Caleb. And that's Burrow, Lamar, and maybe somebody else. But if you got to give him credit, like he is gonna like the prospect, right? I mean, we got to see how it goes in the NFL. But he's got a chance to be really good.
I don't think that was the argument. I just think that the argument to me personally is if Jayden Daniels was 200 pounds and not 180, 185 pounds, I feel like it wouldn't be as far away a difference as we would make it. I think people knock Jayden Daniels because he's a slender QB, and they don't knock. And it's kind of like the Bryce Young situation, except for he's taller than Bryce Young, but he's still kind of small, thin frame, and people will worry about that. But if he put on like 15 pounds of muscle, Jayden Daniels is. I feel like it's a very, very serious conversation of who's number one, him or Caleb. I'm not saying Caleb isn't great. I'm not saying Caleb is a top 2 quarterback. Yeah. I just think Jayden Daniels, to me, for what I want in the quarterback, I think I like Jayden Daniels more than Caleb.
I think the opportunity with Jayden is not anything to do with like his physique or his skills. I think it's really just kind of like the LSU offense. Like I think LSU did not throw in the middle of the field a lot. They threw a lot outside the numbers. He was always chucking a lot of deep passes, but that's what the offense called for, right? So I think he's going to have to kind of fight off some of those accusations. I mean, the rushing's going to be a question with injuries and that kind of thing. But, Jimmy was talking about the rank, how I rack and stack them. I think it's Caleb, Jayden, Drake May, and then you can make an argument for Penix or J.J. McCarthy at 4.
So I'm gonna go back to Jayden, right?
But I think
Caleb.
Yeah, go ahead.
Caleb, no matter he ain't gonna be shit in the league. I'm just gonna say it because if he goes to the Bears, he ain't gonna be nothing. Because the Bears are trash. He's gonna be in the same predicament that Justin Fields is in right now. In 3 years, they gonna be wanting to trade him because they
got 2 picks in the top 10. They got the number 1 overall pick. They could come back and get him another wide receiver. He already got DJ Moore. They just got to fix the O-line. Defense is already set.
They're not gonna do that.
They're not gonna do that. Hey, all I'm gonna say is this: T, what you just said, man. I hope this don't age like milk, bro.
Hey, bro. Hey, somebody gotta disagree.
That's some spicy shit you putting out there in the universe.
That's why. Hey, that's why we gotta do this. Because if we all agree with each other, who want to hear that? Nah, somebody gotta be the villain. So let me be the villain.
Two timestamp moments in one show. Let's get it.
I think Caleb Williams.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
All
It's
right, cool.
going
So King
to
King said
be.
Caleb without immediate success will be an interesting watch. And it's true.
He won't have immediate success.
I mean, the
in
way
my
they
opinion.
talking about
But
him,
to
they
be
talking like
fair
he's gonna
though,
have immediate success.
He
to
won't.
be fair though, out of all these other quarterbacks in this class, who was the best player that Caleb Williams has thrown to in his career? Anybody want to try to name those USC wide receivers or who he threw to at Oklahoma?
I don't even think he got the chance to throw to Addison, huh?
He threw
Mm,
Addison is probably the best, but I can't name
mm.
anybody else.
Yeah, no, I can't name anybody.
Yeah, no.
I'll say
Hey,
this
Like
much.
don't get me wrong, I like Jayden. I think Jayden's gonna be good, but he was throwing to 2 first-round picks. Michael Penix was
In
throwing
the
to
SEC,
3.
and that's a different breed. Let's be honest about it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but the Pac-12 was no joke this year either.
Ezra,
This year, last year, them niggas was a fucking cakewalk.
I'm gonna be honest with you, E. Didn't the USC start a freshman quarterback and he threw like 7 touchdown passes in a bowl game?
In a bowl game. There you go. Keyword bowl game. Who the hell did they even play?
All I'm saying is
Didn't matter. Them niggas was losing a lot.
it's not like the greatest. It's not like a great angle to take in this argument. That's all I'm saying.
No, I think it just makes my point about Lincoln Riley. If you're a quarterback and you have success with Lincoln Riley,
you're gonna be
there
successful. Yeah.
you're gonna be successful.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
question.
I just
Question, though.
I
Let me
just
ask
named
you a
you
question.
all 4 of his starting quarterbacks, and they were all starters this year in the NFL.
Wasn't Lincoln
Riley
a head coach in the NFL? Wasn't he a head coach in the NFL?
I
Yes.
don't think he's even coached in the NFL.
Nah, it
Who
was
was he coaching? Who was his quarterback?
Cliff Kingsbury was a head coach.
No,
Cliff
that was
Kingsbury.
Kingsbury. Yeah.
That's who that
Yeah.
was. Right.
Yeah.
Lincoln
Yeah.
Riley hasn't coached in the NFL as far as I know, unless it was like a receivers coach or something like that.
We'll see what he do in Washington.
This is my thing.
With the Commanders.
Well, no, he's still in what you call it.
Before we get
He's
on the
still
topic
in
of
college.
quarterbacks, let me ask you this: do you see Caleb Williams having the success that C.J. Stroud had this season?
No.
It's possible.
It's
100% possible.
Let me chime in on this. It's possible, but I mean, the McCaskies got to get some structure to their organization.
Well, no. Let's take ownership out of it. Like Jimmy's question is about the player.
Yeah.
Okay. So the player
on paper, last year in July, who was hyping up C.J. Stroud and the Texans? If
Me and Jimmy.
No. First of all, no, y'all was not.
No.
Listen, I said if I
was
optimistic. Y'all was optimistic, but the word was, why the fuck did the Texans trade their pick for Will Anderson and they're gonna be trash next year? That's what everybody was talking about. Nobody was even talking about C.J. Stroud. Nobody was talking about Tank Daniels.
Yeah, you're right.
Everybody was trying to figure out why the Texans traded their first round pick for Will Anderson and they're gonna be trash. That's what everybody was talking about.
That's exactly what. And I'm gonna be real with y'all. I had Bryce Young over CJ.
Now I can tell you, I did not have Bryce Young over CJ simply because I feel like Bryce Young was too small.
Hell, I was more confident that Tank Dell was going to be good in the NFL before C.J. Stroud.
Yeah,
I don't know about all that.
I mean, because look, like I think the whole sports world had PTSD from Ohio State quarterbacks, and I wanted no part. I was just like, you know what? I think Bryce is gonna do better because you know, I like his mechanics. Yeah, he's a little small, but he can throw the ball. He can move, and then
very small, very small.
And by week 5, I was just like, man, where was this at with CJ Stroud, dog? Like, golly.
Listen, by week 5, looking at Bryce Young, I said, I don't know how long his career gonna be. Just because no, fuck that. When camp started, and I seen the way he looked behind his offensive line, he looked like a fucking teenage 13-year-old playing with his dad and shit on the field with a bunch of grown ass men. That shit is fucking crazy, yo. It's crazy.
Yeah, and then it doesn't help. Your best weapon is Adam Thielen. What's left of Adam Thielen?
Don't remind me, bro. Just.
Jimmy, this is your fault at this point. You can just find it.
But yeah, I mean,
baby.
I mean, Bears draft Caleb at pick 9. You know, they go, old, or they trade back, and they get another offensive lineman, and then they get another dynamic, wide receiver. I don't see why not. He can't replicate CJ Stroud's success. I don't see why that's.
I think Chicago might be a better situation than what Stroud was in last year. On paper.
On
paper, yes.
On paper, yeah.
I mean, their GM team to know what he's doing.
The Bears got two, like Debo said, they got 2 top 10 picks.
Mm-hmm.
They got $60-some million in cap room. They got a GM that knows what he's doing. This is the same guy that drafted Patrick Mahomes in Kansas City.
They got multiple second rounds. Yeah, they got multiple second rounds as well.
Yeah, a couple second rounds. Well, didn't they give up a couple? Didn't they give up a couple to Washington?
Oh, they gave up. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm mixing up. Yeah. They got Monte.
But they got
pieces.
They got multiple thirds though. They got multiple thirds, I think.
Well, I'll say this much, bro. The Bears clearly have a lot of work to do, and whoever is the quarterback of that franchise, I just hope they know it won't be easy.
Yeah.
It will not be easy.
I think in 2 years we'll be talking about the Bears the same way we talk about the Detroit Lions in 2 years.
Thanks.
And putting, I'll leave off on this. Putting ownership back into the mix. The McCaskies got to give because I don't know if y'all are aware of this, but Justin Fields is going to be on if he gets traded, he's going to be on his 4th offensive coordinator in 4 years. That's not good. That's not a good recipe for success. So, hopefully, finally get some stability within the Bears organization. They can start replicating some success like, the Lions have had with Goff, and Green Bay hit, the jackpot with Jordan Love. Some stability helps those franchises.
And sometimes you got to just give a quarterback some time because, like, Jordan Love went through a 6-game stretch where folks thought that he was gonna be fucking trash. Like, let's not act like Jordan Love.
That's why you gotta be like me. You gotta be like me and just know what you got in somebody. You know what I'm saying?
They have faith in him.
I tried to tell y'all about Jordan Love, and people was making excuses. Oh man, Jordan Love's gonna be trash. How's he gonna be trash? He sat behind Aaron Rodgers for 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Who, if I'm not mistaken, won 2 MVPs. He got to sit behind Aaron Rodgers. Green Bay has never fucked up the quarterback position. We can't say that about Chicago. Green Bay's always got quarterback right.
I feel like Justin Fields wasn't a fuck up. I just feel like they fucked up with developing him. They
three offensive coordinators in 3 years is insane.
That's insane. That's hard to learn. You know what I'm saying?
Which is why they need to keep him and build around him.
No, send him to Atlanta.
No, send him. It's time.
No.
Send him to Atlanta so we can fucking put the fear in these New Orleans Saints because I'm sick of y'all motherfuckers too.
You can't know. You can't send a brother that play quarterback back home.
Send that nigga to Atlanta with the Magic City Wings, baby. He already know what they taste like. He ain't gonna have to go. He ain't gonna have to go. He already know what they taste like.
You know it's bad because I was like, during that draft, I was like, man, like the Falcons should really take Justin Fields. Like Matt Ryan's old, contract crazy. Like he's from Marietta. Like that would be a cool story. I would hate it as a Saints fan, but that's what they should do.
It's a great story. If he sat behind Matt Ryan for 2 years, imagine what his development would be at right now. This nigga gonna be like Jordan Love.
Yeah.
Let him go to Atlanta. 7-10.
7-10.
Let's be real.
You right. Y'all gonna be 8-9 right above us, nigga. We gonna be the same thing, nigga. 8-9, 9-10, no matter. Don't matter.
Let's be real. The Falcons have more stability than the Bears, which would make, if he does go to Atlanta, that would probably regenerate his career. But it ain't helping Caleb Williams because nope.
All right.
I think Caleb Williams is going to be okay. I think that this GM now is going to be good for him. Now, I don't know if the coach is going to be good. I don't know if Eberflus is going to stay. I feel like if they don't have some success I think if they don't have immediate success, because there's been like a expectation placed on them now, and we seen how the Detroit Lions turned around in 2 years. We saw how Houston turned around in 1 year. So like if they don't have success next year, I feel like Eberflus is gone.
If they're 1-4, he's gone.
Yeah,
Off rip,
absolutely.
he's gone.
The
He's gone.
Bears
I just
think
don't
they
get why they didn't fire him.
Yeah.
the Bears think they one
Like
player
like
away
y'all
from
know
a Super
me,
Bowl.
I'm big about. You said they're one player from a Super Bowl?
I said they think they're one
Oh, they
player away
think.
from a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I
that's how they move.
thought.
No,
I
I
was
said they
Yeah, I
think.
I was gonna say
like,
third
I
high
need
take
Tom
of
to
the fucking
elaborate
night.
on that.
Hey,
no.
that wasn't hot.
Yeah.
That bitch was scorching.
No, time out, big dog. I said
I wasn't gonna touch it. I'm sorry, Ty. I wasn't touching
They-
that shit, Big Freaky. That shit was crazy.
They think they're one player away. I don't know. I didn't say they were. No, they far from one player. They're about 20, 30 players away and a coaching staff. But
Them niggas
They-
a whole organization away from the Super Bowl.
yeah, they think they right there. They just need a quarterback and it's over. They get rid of Justin Fields and draft Caleb Williams. It ain't hell. Even if they keep Justin Fields, it's not gonna happen. But still, you're a lot further away if you let Justin Fields, if you trade Justin Fields versus keeping him.
I mean, keep it a bean. Is anybody any one piece away from the Super Bowl with Patrick Mahomes running roughshod on the league? I just
Hell
don't see.
no. Hell
Nobody
no.
is just one thing away. They are
Greg
Patrick
Williams
Mahomes away.
bounty
Is what
away.
we are.
Everybody's
We-
one Greg Williams bounty away from winning the Super Bowl.
If Patrick Mahomes goes down and get injured for the rest of the year, then it's a competition.
Yeah.
But without him being hurt, nigga, I don't see nobody doing nothing.
Well, hey, let's put it like this. Maybe if the 49ers knew the overtime rules, we wouldn't be saying that right now. They probably would have won.
Maybe if Kyle Shanahan was a good coach, we wouldn't be saying that. But I said this before on this show. I said this on multiple shows, and y'all just proved me right all the time. Good old Kyle.
We're not getting into that today.
Kyle
gonna derail the whole
Shanahan is
show.
still a good coach. We just talked about Matt Eberflus, and Kyle Shanahan would get that job to they would hire Kyle Shanahan over Eberflus any day of the week. Twice.
Absolutely, and they're gonna go to the Super Bowl and lose in the Super Bowl because that's what Kyle Shanahan do. Like,
Oh my God.
facts are facts.
Jimmy, I know you want to do this, so I'm gonna just open it up for you. But I mean, if you want to take this time to shit on JJ McCarthy, the floor is yours.
No, I'm not. I'm not gonna take this time to shit on JJ McCarthy because everybody knows I was right. There's no need for me to go on a parade.
100% right. 100% right, bro.
I don't want to
That
give
nigga's
JJ
trash.
McCarthy more airtime than he has already had because he didn't deserve that. I'm good. I'm good on the JJ McCarthy bullshit.
I literally saw his draft stock dropping with each throw. It's kind of crazy.
You love
It's
that.
kind
I
of crazy.
mean, you're saying that, but like everybody's saying he's going in the top 10.
Yeah,
I mean, I think they said that before he threw the ball yesterday.
No, like like this was like this morning.
Bro,
That's
if
crazy.
If he go top 10, we need to put all our money together, buy us a team, and
No, like
draft. Because ain't
y'all,
no way.
y'all heard it here
Ain't
first.
no way.
Y'all heard it here first. I'm breaking it to y'all right now. He's gonna go in the top 10.
All right. Okay.
100% gonna go in the top 10. I don't want to put a team on it, but I'm like I can 100% see Sean Payton trading up into the top 10 and getting him.
That's crazy.
Cool.
That's a
All right,
crazy
all right,
move.
all right. Okay. All
That's
right.
a
No, it's
crazy
not.
move when you could grab
I'm
that
telling
nigga at
you.
the end of the first. You could grab that nigga
Look.
at the end of the first.
That's
Dre
bullshit.
knows the draft order better than anybody. Everybody picking in the bottom half of the top 10 picks need a quarterback. The Raiders need a quarterback. There's
Vikings.
some other teams that need a quarterback. Right? Like I'm telling you, he's gonna go in the top 10.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all-
Did y'all not? Wait. Come on.
That's
Did anybody see his combine yesterday? Did y'all watch that shit?
We saw it.
Because how in the fuck is he going?
Look.
Listen, I don't know, man.
This ain't easy hyping him up. To be fair, I'm not in love with him like I'm in love with Caleb Williams, Jordan Love, Patrick Mahomes. I ain't in love with him like that. I'm just letting you know what I'm reading.
Yeah, that's tough.
Just letting you know. He's going in the
Nah,
top 10.
that's spicy.
Just letting you know.
I don't know,
So
man. I think you might regret this one. I mean, if I'm not even going,
No,
I don't even
the
see him going
team
into
that
8 and
drafts
10.
him will regret it.
yeah,
I mean,
I can
there's
say
no
whatever
way
I
JJ
want. I ain't
McCarthy gets
drafting JJ
drafted over
McCarthy.
Penix. There's no way
JJ
JJ
McCarthy
McCarthy
ain't
gets
even a
drafted
top
over
12
Spencer
No,
pick,
he's
Rattler.
period.
no, he's 100% getting drafted over Penix. It's 100%.
That
Yeah,
And
I
that's only
agree.
100%
because
happening.
Penix
And
injury
the
that
only
history.
reason
I
is
why
agree.
is
fucking
because
nuts.
Yeah, I
no, the
agree.
only reason why is because Penix is left-handed. That's the only reason why.
That's fair.
People are absolutely scared of left-handed quarterbacks. They don't want to touch them. Tua's not helping. Like McCarthy's going to get drafted in the top 10. He will be the fourth quarterback off the board because the draft is so good. After the 3 quarterbacks go, you got to take Neighbors. You got to take, Marvin Harrison Jr., Alt. You got some other good players that's going to go. But there's going to be somebody that's going to trade up for J.J. McCarthy and think that's their quarterback.
All right.
And I really want to say Denver because Sean Payton, this is what he'll do. He loves to trade up. Tyler knows this. He's lived it with me. If Sean Payton loves a guy enough, he's gonna trade up for him.
That's yeah. I can't deny that.
I'm gonna reserve my judgment until after Michigan's pro day because maybe he improves some shit. Maybe he has a great
Oh
pro
no no
day,
no!
and then
You might want to say it before then because he's gonna look great for his pro day. Everybody
and
looks
that's what
great
I'm
on their
thinking.
pro day.
Because
Yeah, everybody
I
looks
feel
good
like
on
if
their
you
pro day.
watched his shit yesterday, you seen that nigga missing all over the fucking field. He was missing deep balls. He was missing out routes. He missing to the outside to the fucking numbers. He missing everywhere, bro. And his accuracy is damn dirty dog ass. I don't
Yeah.
see any quarter. I don't see an NFL team that's worth their medal drafting up in the first round to pay him first round money. Not first round, excuse me, top 10 money. I can see him going in the first round. I can see him going 12, 13, 14, 15. I can see that. I just think there's 10 other players that are better than him in the draft. And when teams go down to it, they're going to
There's
draft based off of need
there's
and
probably
best player
30.
available.
There's probably 30 bettors that are better than him in this draft.
Mm.
But this is a quarterback league, and teams will give up full cheeks to go get the guy they think is going to be their quarterback.
Let me ask you
Now,
this.
we
Did you
okay.
think Will Anderson was better? Not Will Anderson. Will Levis was better than him?
I think it's a toss up
Absolutely.
between them.
Will Levis is absolutely better than JJ McCarthy.
So Will Levis went in the 3rd round last year.
I thought he went
It-
second. I thought he
Was
was
it
the
second?
second.
Was it
Yeah, it
late
was.
second?
I think he was the
Either
second
way,
pick because
either way, he
The
wasn't
Titans
a first.
traded. The
He
Titans
wasn't the
moved
first
up.
pick. He
But
wasn't the first
hold
pick.
on,
He wasn't the first round.
Debo brings up a good point. But what's the difference between Will Levis and J.J. McCarthy? Will Levis regressed from his junior year to his senior year. He didn't win a national championship, and I can't even tell you who's the coach of Kentucky football.
Bro,
Bruh, hold up. Hold
look,
up.
Stoops' brother.
I
Stoops'
hear
brother
E.
is not Bob Stoops. Bill Stoops, I think his name is.
Mark.
Nah, E. I hear you,
Mark
bro.
Stoops.
But
Bruh,
here's the
no.
thing. Here's what I'm saying. I've watched.
And again, Jimmy, before you say that, again, this is not me like bragging and professing my love for J.J. McCarthy. I'm just setting it up for y'all to see what.
I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is about your thing about Will Levis regressing. Like, I've watched Michigan beat a team and only have 70 passing yards. Like, what are we talking about? And this
And like
happened twice
I saw a lot of
in the
people hype.
championship season.
I saw a lot of people hype up Will Levis last year. Like people was really saying Will Levis was going to be a top 10 pick.
But
That was the
why would
national
they?
consensus.
They were
Brock
hyping
Lesnar.
him up because not similar to Caleb Williams, but going into Will Levis's last year in college, people had him on the preseason, draft boards as like a top 10 pick. They were hyping him up because he had such a good year the year before. And then he wasn't as good. But people were still in love with what they thought he was last year. And the
Sounds
hype
like
was
Caleb
still
Williams
there.
to me. That
Well,
sounds like the same thing that Caleb Williams did.
it's actually Sam Howell. Him and Sam Howell
I was just about to
are the
say
same
Sam
person.
Howell.
Oh, he's a top 10 pick. He's gonna go number 1 in next year's draft. Oh, never mind, he sucked, but we think he's still good, so I'm gonna just get him in the 2nd or the 3rd.
And that
But
needs to be JJ McCarthy.
But
Yep.
like I just said, who was JJ McCarthy's coach this year?
Mark Stoops.
Harbaugh.
Same
Who was
person as the
JJ
year before.
McCarthy's? No, who was
Harbaugh.
Oh
JJ
no, you
McCarthy's
talking
coach
about
this year?
JJ McCarthy?
Right.
Oh yeah.
Harbaugh, who's now in the NFL. Last time I checked, he was really good in the NFL. People respect him.
Yeah.
They just won a national championship. He was the quarterback on the national championship winning team.
Nah,
He didn't do shit.
They didn't
He didn't
win
do
a
shit, but
nah.
I'm trying to tell y'all, bro.
Hey,
The NFL loves the prototypical white quarterback that leads the team to victory, bro. They love this shit.
Ain't no convincing you can make me believe that somebody has him as a top 10 grade on their
What
draft
round
board.
did Stetson Bennett get drafted?
All right.
The 4th or 5th round.
Okay.
He was a two-time
we've had worse.
national
Daniel
winning quarterback,
Jones
right? He
top
won
10,
back to back,
okay?
right?
Look,
Thank
man.
you.
Look,
Thank
let me
you.
tell you something. This to every NFL GM out there. There's better
Daniel
ways
Jones,
to lose your
Daniel
job
Jones and Mr.
than
Trubisky
drafting
went top
fucking
10.
JJ McCarthy.
And
at
they
10
didn't deserve
Mistakes.
it.
Mistakes.
Like if you
Again,
want to
mistakes.
lose your job, go ahead and draft Spencer
Again.
Rattler or draft Michael Penix.
Bro.
Don't
Daniel
go and lose your
Jones-
job because you
Daniel
drafted
Jones and
JJ
Mr.
McCarthy at
Trubisky
10th
went
in
top
the fucking
10.
first round.
The person who drafted Mitch
that was a
Trubisky is
mistake.
no
I'm just
longer a
saying.
GM. The person who
Correct.
passed over Patrick
Daniel
Mahomes
Jones.
and Desmond, not Desmond, what's his name? Deshaun Watson lost his job. Yeah, he lost his job because of that. Those are the mistakes.
Straight up, bro.
Hey,
And the person,
ain't Daniel Jones is a Gettleman pick, ain't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know.
he
Yeah, that GM's going to.
yeah, he's going too.
and
Again,
guess what?
These people
Again.
lose their jobs for those mistakes.
And
Yeah,
the
bro.
one
You
that
could,
I
there's
know
more
what you're
legendary
saying.
ways. Bro,
And the one that
drafting
drafts
JJ
with-
McCarthy
I
in the
get what
top
you're
10.
saying, but those.
Bro, look. Well, hey,
That
what
sounds
was
like a
the
Falcons thing to do,
coordinator that
to
ran
draft
NBA
JJ McCarthy in the top
fourth
10.
down?
That sounds like a Falcons move right there. Now that I'm
Hey,
thinking about it.
Hey,
I
was
just
that Greg
named you
Williams
two
that ran
shitty
like an
quarterbacks.
engage 8 on a 4th down?
Greg
Was that
Williams,
Greg
yes.
Williams? Defensive
Yeah, and
coordinator?
they scored a Hail Mary, yeah.
Yeah, bro.
And-
That's the
and the net-
equivalent of drafting JJ McCarthy in the top 10 in the first round.
But
Running
what I'm
engage
telling
8
you,
on 4th
what I'm
and-
telling y'all is, past precedents has showed us it's gonna happen.
I'm
Yeah.
not
If it
saying
ain't
you're
JJ
wrong.
McCarthy,
E,
it's
we're
gonna
not
happen to
disagreeing.
somebody
We're not
else.
disagreeing
No,
with you.
I'm
We're
just
just saying it's
I'm
stupid
just-
as shit.
no. And I'm with you. But what I'm telling y'all is, just don't be so shocked on draft night.
Oh, I'm gonna be
Daniel
shocked. I'm gonna be
Jones,
shocked as
Daniel
fuck.
Jones had no business going top 10. Mr. Trubisky
Who
had
got
no
the
business
10th
going
pick in the
top 10.
draft this year?
Dre would know better than me.
Let's see,
Somebody
draft.
can look it up. You know, I can't do 3 things at once.
Nah, bro. Ain't no way. And the person who drafts him top 10 will not have a job this
Fact.
time next or
I don't see the
draft time
Giants
next year.
drafting him. I don't see the Titans drafting him because they got their QB. I don't see
Hold on.
the Raiders
Hold on.
drafting him.
So you just named the 2 teams you named. Who says they're not gonna trade down out of that pick?
To who though? That's what I'm saying. To who? Who?
Well,
I don't
we
even
don't
see
know.
the Steelers
Now you
drafting
telling
him.
me
us can-
somebody's gonna trade up and take JJ McCarthy?
That's
I'm
even
telling
worse.
you,
You're
I'm
giving up
telling
draft
you.
capital to go up and get JJ McCarthy
All right,
at
hey,
4, 5,
Look,
6.
look,
Can we please put a pin
look.
in this JJ
This
McCarthy
is
stuff?
we're
Please.
talking about the realm of possibility, guys.
Oh, I know.
Again, if an NFL team thinks that they're trading up for their franchise quarterback, they're gonna do it. We've seen it every year since all of us have been watching sports. Debo just said 2 teams in the top 10 that are not taking a quarterback. If they getting full cheeks to trade down, they're gonna trade down.
True.
And whoever it is gonna take a quarterback.
All right, look. So the Jets have the 10th pick in the first round. So if for any reason they want, because this is the one team,
No.
this is the one team
No.
I say, look, if you
Jets
still
taking
wanna
a
take
receiver.
JJ McCarthy and
No.
you're gonna sit him behind Aaron Rodgers,
No, the
Jets
Jets
taking
are
a
know
not.
what you move.
The Jets are
No,
not
that's
taking a receiver at 10. They're taking a tackle because they have to protect Aaron Rodgers.
Right.
That's what
Oh
they
yeah, I
should
know.
do.
No,
But we
that's
talking
what
about
they're
the
gonna
Jets.
do. This is set in stone. It doesn't matter if you have Garrett Wilson and Romo Duzier on left side and right side. If you got .8 seconds to get the ball out, it's a moot point.
I mean, I
It's a
feel you.
moot
You're
point.
right. That's a smart
It's a
move
moot
to make.
point.
I don't think they
Absolutely.
making a smart move.
Absolutely going offensive line. We know this. I'm
Absolutely.
saying as a team that would, if they would be stupid enough to draft JJ McCarthy in the top 10, the Jets having him sit and learn behind Aaron Rodgers, and I'd be like, you can kind of smudge it.
would
But
also
still,
be in the
it's
realm
still
of
stupid.
possibility.
Still stupid.
Hell, what reason do the Cardinals are so bad? What reason do they have not to trade out of 4? They're not going quarterback.
I mean, dude, if Marvin Harrison is there and they trade back, I
Yeah.
mean,
Dude, if
That'll be
Malik
stupid as fuck.
Neighbors is there and you trade back, you stupid.
Hold
as
throw
on.
the
hell.
whole organization in the
Again.
trash.
I'm just asking a question, bro. If Sean Payton, I just want to talk about it because I lived through it.
Bro,
If Sean
he out here
Payton
playing
calling
devil's
up,
advocate, bro.
I'm
Man.
just saying I lived through it. Okay,
What pick
I
the
lived
Broncos
through it.
got?
The
I
Broncos
think they got
pick
12. Pick 12.
You
Bruh.
mean to tell me Arizona don't get a phone call from Sean Payton talking about, hey, I got pick 12, you got my 25 one, my 26 one, and whatever other picks you need
Shut
to
the
get this
fuck
done.
up. I'm about to go. That's fucking crazy. Nigga, that's the most crazy shit I ever heard in my fucking life. A pick
What?
swap and 2 firsts for fucking JJ McCarthy, nigga?
Hey,
What is going on in America,
Hey,
nigga?
he is right. Hey, he
Somebody,
right on that though,
just
bro.
made that trade 3 years ago for Trey Lance. Just saying.
Again, stupid shit.
It was stupid then and it's stupid now.
But
Even though
if we go through every draft, we can name a team that's done it. Last year, what team was it? The Panthers. Year before that, we can keep going. Every year we have an example of it, guys.
And Sean Payton and the Saints was at least 2 years in a row they did it.
I will give that much up for a top 3 pick. I would, knowing that there's 3 top quarterbacks in this draft, I can absolutely see somebody saying, I'm going to give you my first round picks for the next 2 years, plus a pick swap this year, plus a 4th or whatever, to let me get the 3rd overall pick, to get the
And
2nd
to be
overall
fair,
pick. I see that.
And to be fair, to the Panthers, I understand they made that trade for Bryce.
But they
But as
moved
a
from 9 to 1.
prospect, but as a prospect, Bryce was probably one of the best quarterbacks coming out in a long time.
Well, yeah, because the QB draft from the year before was so ass.
That ain't
Jimmy,
JJ
I agree with you.
McCarthy.
But what I'm saying is, right now, and this is a unique situation, right? Because the only time I can think about it is 2021, where 3 quarterbacks went top 3. But not all of the teams that had that pick originally needed a quarterback, right? Because I think the Jets, we know San Francisco traded up. I think the Jets had the pick already, and the Jags had their pick already. But in this draft, you got 3 teams in the top 3 spots that need a quarterback. So the likeliness of them trading out is probably slim. So you're not really going to have a bidding war for the top 3 picks because, unless it's like the Commanders who think, or the Patriots who are like, we'll suck for 1 more year and just give some more picks. But once that bidding war is over for the top 3 picks, if teams have JJ McCarthy as a first round pick and the gap between him and Drake May or him and Jayden Daniels on these teams' boards, I'm saying teams' boards, right? Every team's got a board. If that gap is not as big as what we think it is,
or as it should be,
the team is always going to go with their draft board. And if they say, we have JJ McCarthy, who's a top 5 prospect in this draft, and he falls to pick 10, that value is worth enough to go trade up and get him because my draft board is telling me to. Every team does it. Every team has a draft board. So I'm already out of the first 3 quarterbacks. I'm out of May, I'm out of Williams, I'm out of Jayden Daniels.
So
and my board is telling me I got a first round pick.
JJ McCarthy.
I'm just letting you know.
No, I know. I'm saying that's the mindset though. That's their
that's the
mindset.
mindset. The mindset is JJ McCarthy is a top 5 prospect on our draft board. He just failed to pick 10. We got to trade up and go get him because the board is saying he's not gonna fall much longer.
Dude, you know what? And that's nuts. And we got 5 people in here watching us on YouTube. YouTube people, if y'all have not watched On The Go before, this is why you should watch it, because we talk about the shit that nobody else wants to talk about.
The wild shit.
The wildest shit, because nobody's talking about how JJ McCarthy could go in this first round, and it's the truth. Every single year, he is 100% right. Some executive, some owner, some GM talks themselves into stupidity. And this year, JJ McCarthy is the dish that's being served up on a nice silver platter for somebody to lose their job next year.
I just don't think. I just think that he is from what I'm seeing from last year and the year before last. There's somebody that's gonna drop every year. Somebody's gonna drop. 2 people dropped last year. Niggas thought Will Levis was gonna go top 10, and niggas thought that Jalen Carter was gonna go top 5. Jalen Carter dropped down to 9.
Jalen Carter still went top 10.
Right,
and to be fair, Jalen Carter
dropping from 5 to 9 is not a big of his drop, but it is money wise. But Will Levis dropped out of the first fucking round. People were saying he was a first round pick. And people passed over him twice.
But like I just mentioned, did the team's draft board say that? Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but when the Titans got him in the second round, they even said, "Oh, Will Levis, we had a first round grade on him."
Yep.
And they passed on him. But that's my point. They passed on him because they knew they can get him for cheaper. Once they seen 10 teams pass, they said we're gonna pass. And this is why I feel like 10 teams might pass on JJ.
You just said it, bro. All them people just went to the combine. You don't think them scouts and them GMs talking to each other about what they trying to do?
No,
if you got intel that your boy's gonna fall to the second, why would you trade up for him if you know he's gonna be there?
Yeah,
right.
That's true.
And this is my point. Nobody traded up for Will Levis. I feel like nobody's gonna trade up for JJ. I feel like this. I'm not gonna say nobody's gonna trade up for JJ. What I feel like is nobody's gonna trade up to the top 10 for JJ.
Eric got PTSD.
Well, hey, hold on. Technically, the Titans did move up because the Steelers had the first pick in the second round, and that was JPJ. And the Titans were like, "Oh, cool." The Titans were panicked, and they moved up and they drafted Will Levis.
But
okay.
If a team has JJ McCarthy with a first round grade, and he's not too far off from them other 3, they're gonna trade up for him.
Listen, trading up for him is a possibility. I just don't think trading up into the top 10 is the possibility. I don't think that he's and he may go 11, and that's fine with me. I don't think he's a top 10 pick. I don't see you trading up to 8, 9, 10, 4, 5, or whatever to get JJ. I just don't see it. And I might be wrong, but I just don't see it. I didn't see nobody do it last year. They waited to the second round when they took him at a value, and that's a value for Will Levis. I feel like he might be a middle first round pick, maybe around 18 or 20.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, but
I feel like I can see people trading up there. That's fine.
Let's be honest though. I mean, you can make the argument he's not even a first round quality quarterback.
Oh no,
I mean, again,
we're making that argument 100%.
But my point is, there's a lot of going into trading up into the top 10. Because as we all know, the money decreases the further you are drafted down. If you draft the top 10 pick, you got to pay them so much money on the back end. I don't see them paying. I don't see nobody drafting that motherfucker in top 10. 15,
but
16,
it all depends
sure.
Where the team that wants him, it all depends on where you're drafted. If you're at pick 16, all you're going is 6.6 picks up. It all depends on where you're drafted. Because, like you said, the further back you are, the more expensive it's going to be with the contract and with what you got to give up. Because if you have pick 30 and you're trying to get up to 11 or 10, it's going to cost a shit ton.
I'll tell you what, though. I'll tell you what, E. If I got a pile of shit in my hand, you're going to smell it 10 steps away, and you're going to still smell it when I'm right on you. It does not pay to trade up and get fucking JJ McCarthy in the first round.
Okay,
I don't care what they draft boys say. It's dumb as hell.
But Jimmy, if you an owner and you got all these people you hired that you trust with your life,
There's only one David
they
Tepper out
running.
here in this world.
Well, there's a lot of owners that think the world. Rich McKay up in there in Atlanta. That man ain't good at his job, but that's Arthur Blank boy.
Man, most of these
Hold
owners,
on.
most
That
of these
nigga is
owners are
dealing with
investors, bro.
with Atlanta United now. That nigga got kicked out the football side. Leave that nigga alone. Don't bring that nigga back.
Nah. His title still says CEO Atlanta Falcons. Stop that.
That nigga CEO of the fucking
Stop that.
of the Atlanta football team, the other football team. Nigga.
They had that press conference with
Thank
Raheem
you,
Morris,
thank you,
and Rich
King.
McKay
Thank
was
you.
right next to Arthur Blank, bro. Don't do that.
Listen, I remember. And later on that night, they said that nigga is done with the football. Everybody reported straight up to motherfucking Arthur Blank. So that nigga could be over there. Let my nigga Terry
my
cook.
point is, all these people in your inner circle, if they telling you, hey, yo, Jimmy, that pile of shit, bro, under that, there's a gold coin under that, bro. That's your inner circle, bro. Them owners, they gonna listen to their folks because they hired them to run their team.
Man, look, bro. I'm gonna let that one ride out, bro, because we already an hour into this and we done spent literally 30 minutes talking about fucking JJ McCarthy, bro.
Yeah,
that nigga trash, dog. That shit literally. What was his name? Malik. What's his name? Had a better combine than him, bro. That's just
Malik Willis.
Bro. I mean,
Willis. He had a better combine than JJ McCarthy, dog. Like, and we know how trash he was.
Mm-hmm.
What's the difference between Malik and JJ McCarthy?
A lot more better quarterbacks in his draft class.
Facts.
Hey, I'm just holding my tongue on the quarterbacks. I really hope this podcast don't age like milk, y'all.
No, look.
Hey, bro, we ain't saying nothing bad. All I'm saying is,
we ain't saying nothing crazy. But what we know for a fact is the draft that Debo keeps referencing, the Kenny Pickett draft. Everybody went in that draft saying this quarterback class is trash.
Yeah.
Everybody said it.
Yep. They were right.
We're in the year 2024, and guess what everybody's saying? Oh man, they got some great quarterbacks in this draft. They got some great receivers in this draft.
Quarterbacks are top heavy. It's the difference between having some great quarterback prospects and being top heavy.
What's the
gap between the third best quarterback in this draft class and the fourth is way bigger than any draft class I've seen recently.
No argument from you, but we call it fool's gold.
Yep.
You get JJ McCarthy in the interview room and he dissecting that offense, talking about these audibles, and y'all talking about how you gonna fit in y'all offense. Nah, and all of a sudden you look down.
Let me stop you right there, bro.
And then you trading up for him. Just saying.
Let me stop you right there, E, because once upon a time, let me tell y'all a story. Once upon a time, I applied for a job. I got a real good mouthpiece on me, dog. You dig what I'm saying? This is a while back. Blew their socks off, bro. I get the job. Guess what? I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So I'm a bad prospect. That's JJ McCarthy.
You talk a good game, baby. You can get the job. They got to fire your ass too, bro.
Hold on, Jimmy. What you said? You said you got the job.
Yeah, you got the job, but for how long?
You got the job.
But for how long, bro?
JJ McCarthy was at the combine getting his job.
Yeah, bro. And that's why, short story, and that's why I'll never take a sales engineering role ever again.
And on that note, I got to dip out, Mike, brothers.
All right, I'll catch you later.
All right.
Hold it down for me, y'all.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Oh my god.
All right, cool. So
we can touch on these receivers now. I'm sure that'll be more.
Nah, fuck that. We are an hour in. We're gonna have to do a whole nother show on
I was about to say we need a part two.
Part two.
So before we get out of here, we got two things I want to do. I want to give a shout out to rest in peace to Chris Mortensen. Died at the young age of 72 years old, bro.
R.I.P. man.
R.I.P. Chris Mortensen for real, bro. Definitely wanted to highlight that because he gave a lot to the game, and he one of those iconic voices that when you hear him, it's like shit. Like you listening because he always has something of substance to say. So we lost a good one today, or if he passed away yesterday, which we not know, but R.I.P. Chris Mortensen.
I was gonna say something crazy, but I'm gonna let it slide. This y'all show. I ain't gonna fuck with y'all.
Okay, I appreciate.
I
It.
mean,
Okay.
I'm not against Chris Morrison. I love
Okay.
Morrison.
All right. Cool.
Rest in peace, Morrison.
Oh,
I
okay.
was just
More,
gonna
more,
say.
man. R.I.P.
I was
man.
just gonna say, why didn't they take Mel Kiper instead? Because that
Oh,
nigga
Hey,
needs to be
yo.
dead.
Oh my. Hey yo.
Bro. Because let's just
Hey.
keep it a bean. Kiper is
Oh
trash,
my.
dog.
Hey, I'm gonna keep it a
So
beat. I'm with
I would
Debo on that,
trade
bro.
Kiper for more. Give me Mort back, and you take Kiper, bro.
Wow, bro.
Bruh, that's wild.
That's wild,
That's
dog.
wild, bro. That
And
might
hey,
Phil
be.
Yates
hey.
ain't that much better, nigga. So let's just keep it a bean. Bring me. Matter of fact, you can take Kiper and fucking Phil Yates and give me Todd McShay back, because Todd McShay was a little bit better, personally.
Lord have mercy. King G, bro. What's good, King G? Debo, hilarious as hell. We'll get through these comments. Appreciate y'all. Definitely a good
Debo.
dude, Eric, for sure. So now we're gonna get into our last segment of the show. One of our favorites is called "Who's the Real Villain." All right, man. So if you're just joining on the go, this is our newest segment where we talk about who's the real villain, whether that's in sports, cooking, racing, whatever it might be. It could be like a who's the real villain of church. Shout out TD Jakes. But you know what I mean? You just pick that person and you say, all right, they're the real villain because of X, Y, Z. And we roll with it, all right? So Big Debo, since you are one of our premier guests on the show along with Glock Lesnar, go ahead and go first, Big Debo. Who's the real villain?
All right. So actually, it's funny because I was just having this argument with my baby mama, literally minutes before we got on the air. We were watching Kill Bill. So this is a film. Have y'all seen Kill Bill? If you
Of
haven't,
course.
spoiler
Yes.
alert. I'm finna
Of
spoil
course.
Kill Bill. It's 20 years old at this point, and if you ain't seen it yet,
Yeah,
fuck
bro.
you.
Yeah, if you ain't
But
seen it at this point yet, yeah.
like you're
Yeah.
wild, you're bugging if you ain't seen Kill Bill. But and this is gonna sound real crazy. The real villain of Kill Bill is not Bill. It's the main protagonist. It's Beatrix. It's the bride. She's the real villain. Let me explain. So, and this is gonna get spicy. So just understand.
No, Debo,
The
I'm with you,
reason
bro. I'm driving, but my hands up like we in church. You preaching?
the reason she decides to go on a murderous rampage is because she gets knocked up by her then boyfriend Bill. Finds out that she got knocked up, and because she was afraid that Bill might turn her daughter into an assassin, she runs and leaves and makes everybody in the whole world believe that she's dead. Now, put yourself in that position. You in love with somebody, and y'all get money together, a lot of money together, and then you find out she gets killed out there trying to get money. What you gonna do? You gonna fucking burn down heaven and earth to find out who took your baby away, and then you find out that she wasn't dead. She left and was fucking a new nigga. And not only is she fucking a new nigga, she pregnant. Nigga, you gonna go fucking crazy, dog. You gonna go fucking ape shit bananas. And like he said at the end of part 2, I'm a murderer, killing bastard. You know this. I'm a murderous bastard. What did you expect me to do when I found out that you had lied and you was really alive? And you was knocked up. He said, I fucking mourned you for 3 fucking months, bitch. And then I killed everybody that I thought killed you, then found out that you wasn't even dead, nigga. Oh, no, you the villain. She murdered hundreds of people to get to Bill because she didn't want to have a conversation with her boyfriend. Who's the villain here? Are we mad with Bill for reacting the way that he would have always naturally reacted to a situation like that? That's a toxic ass bitch. Let's keep it a bean. She murdered Benita Green, Vivica Fox in front of her fucking daughter. She's a terrible woman. And we trying to act like she the victim? Like, this is the same situation where I be talking to these women about pregnancy and shit. Like, listen, what you do with your body is your body, and I understand that. But you can't be mad that a man don't want to have a baby that you forcing on him. Like that's the choice that you made, and then he made that choice. So don't get here and say that you're a single mama. No, you chose to be a single mama when you said you was gonna have a baby, regardless of what he said. That's your choice. You the villain. She the villain. I don't care what you say.
Damn. What a way to get this segment started, bro.
Hey,
Boy, that's
I've always felt that way about Kill Bill. I'm just glad Debo said it out loud. I appreciate him for that.
Ooh,
Bruh.
She wasn't though.
She wasn't.
She wasn't first. You're right. You're right, 16.
You're right, 16.
Yeah,
Brock Lesnar, step up to the stage, my brethren.
I'm gonna keep it sports related.
Okay.
Because I'm a little frustrated as a diehard Steelers fan, and I want to say the real villain of of our woe for the last 2.5 seasons has been ownership, man. The Roonies. It's like we spent so much time on Big Ben, even though it was past his time. Like, why couldn't we look at what Green Bay did? Draft a kid like Jordan Love, have him sit behind Ben in Ben's twilight years. Hey, look, this is what we do here. We are a successful organization. Have him sit, not have Ben leave and then reach for Kenny Pickett, it looks terrible right now. And now we're thinking about drafting. We're thinking about trading for Fields or Kirk Cousins, Russ.
Y'all might draft
bruh. It's gonna be a double suicide over here, boy.
That's an Arthur Smith move too, bro. I just want to let you know.
And then
that's an Arthur Smith move,
dude. Hey, look. I'm gonna make y'all laugh real fast. In some way, shape, or form, with all the good tight ends we have, we gonna end up with Giannu Smith.
Jonnu, y'all gonna get Jonnu, bro. And get ready for some jet sweeps with that nigga on the goal line, fucking with Arthur Smith. I promise you, dog. I hated it for you when y'all signed that nigga, cause goddamn, bro, goddamn.
Yeah, so that's my villain, man. We stuck. Our defense is so good. We're gonna win. We're gonna win like 8-9 games.
Great
but
coach.
We're not bad enough. Great coach, great stability. We're not bad enough to get, I think, if I'm not mistaken, the last time a Steelers, don't quote me on this, this is familiar. The last time the Steelers had like a top 10 pick was like 1981, I think. Something stupid like that. Like, so it's just, my life as a Steelers fan, but that's the real villain. A Rooney family, you're the real villain. We shouldn't have catered to Big Ben. We should have drafted his replacement, and if he didn't like it, oh well, you're on your way out. This is the future.
Can I pose a different villain? just for you. What about the head coach? Because like y'all been so good. Y'all win y'all division or in the running to win the division. You have a winning record every year, and y'all ain't bad enough to get into the top 10. Maybe if you lose some more games, you get in the top 10. Stop being good, nigga.
Hey, I'm gonna
Stop
say
being
this.
good, nigga.
The most famous Mike Tomlin quote is, "The standard is the standard," and guess what? The standard is mediocrity. And that's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. The standard is very mid.
Good stuff, Dre. Good stuff. Big T, talk to me, bro. Who's your real villain today, big dog?
I'm still thinking. I'm gonna pass it to E.
All right,
come back.
Sure. E, step up to the stage, my brother.
The real villain was there's two villains. The first villain is the NFL media, bro, because I'm just reading what y'all reporting about JJ McCarthy, bro, and people in an uproar over y'all. The NFL media is the real villain, bro, because they can't help themselves, bro. When there is a what they call the prototypical Peyton Manning quarterback, right? Just the 6'3", 6'4" guy that just throws the ball and can't run. NFL loves that shit, man. Mm-hmm. And they never are gonna get over that passion and love that they have for them. And they're gonna keep reaching for that player, man. There's gonna be a lot of more JJ McCarthys in future years. Mm-hmm. Hell, Quinn Ewers in Texas might be the next JJ McCarthy next year. So So the NFL media is the real villain, man, because they got the world up in arms right now over JJ McCarthy because they are simply just reporting what they're hearing from people that are going to be making these decisions. Just like,
Damn, that's nuts. But that's a good one. E.
That's a great one.
That's a great one. T, you ready? T? Or you still thinking?
Okay, yeah. All right. So mine ain't sports related. The real villain is the news media that keeps reporting that Lafayette is somehow, some way gonna have a Buc-ee's at some point in time. Bro, stop hyping that up. Ain't no Buc-ee's coming to no South Louisiana. That's the reason why it's in Ruston right now and being built.
No,
Like, hey,
they might though. Listen, Bucky's like to go to these like smaller areas that don't have a lot of like income and like to build that shit up. That's a part of their thing. You might get one.
Nah, bro.
And them
I believe
sandwiches
it
is
when I
great.
see it. Nah, stop. They've been hyping that up ever since the Baton Rouge one fell through. Like, stop. Nah. Next week gonna be like, oh, they gonna bring a Buc-ee's to New Orleans. Oh, it's gonna be.
I hope y'all
Nola
get
now.
one though, bro. I hope y'all get one because
headquarters is
everybody
right there in
needs
Texas,
Buc-ee's in their life.
I hope we do too.
Debo's right.
Not for my pocketbooks, but I hope we do too. And if it's in Lafayette, Lord help me.
They just okay the Buc-ee's up here in North Carolina at Raleigh, close to Raleigh. So we're between Raleigh and Charlotte. So I'll be driving an hour and a half there to go to Buc-ee's every weekend, motherfucker. I hope y'all get one. It's a wonderful thing.
Oh, I know.
And the pay at Buc-ee's is great. Let me just say that.
That's fine.
As far as like jobs go, it's fucking incredible.
Hey,
they pay very well.
They making more than me at working at a gas station. So yeah.
Dang. That's some real shit. Well, I guess for my real villain today, I've been going a little too hard on the latest as my real villain of recent. So I'm gonna go ahead and step over to the mail collection, bro. I started watching Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and you know the Prime series now. Childish Gambino, bro. Mr. Smith, he's the real villain. He's the real villain, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why he's the real villain is because clearly the chick doesn't want no real relationship. Like, y'all took a job. Y'all have a job to do. But you want to make it a relationship. I get that part of it is y'all supposed to be married. She ain't got to do all this extra shit. She don't want none of that. She just want to do her job and keep it moving. But you want all of these extra things going on. The woman say she good. Leave it be. Then you want to get mad at her when she don't want to talk to you. Then you go and blame and call her a narcissist and all of this shit. When clearly she told you 3 weeks ago on episode 1, she didn't want none of that. But you keep egging it on. So Childish Gambino, Mr. Smith, you the real villain this week, big dog.
Hey man, gotta leave the women alone when they say no means no.
No means no.
No means no.
We need no more Bill Cosby running around here.
Unless they say no, don't stop, then that's a different situation.
Hey, yo.
hey,
the no, don't stop means different.
Two things can be true.
God damn. Well, look, yo, we appreciate y'all rocking with us today. This was a jam-packed Sunday. Next week, we're going to come through and talk about our wide receivers. I kind of want to, we were going to go to running backs, but I kind of want to talk about this wide receiver situation because there's a lot to get into there as well. It's kind of like the first year we've had a wide receiver class this deep in a long time. So a lot of information to dive into on that end. And again, thank you for joining us. Hope to catch you again next week. And shit, we out. Peace.
We out. Yeah.
Yes, Sirski.
Stop pinning these babies on niggas, man.